Okay, so wow, this will be the third time I'm trying to do this video. I think I'm just gonna have to confess at this point. I don't think I'm ever really in this reality. I like always forget where my feet are in relation to everything. Okay, my feet, my hands, what's in my hands. Yeah, pretty much. I like to tell people I'm walking chaos, but the best kind. Because I tend to follow that intuitive feeling in my heart. And I think that's what's led to my healing coming so fast through my trauma. But part of it too is like, don't get me wrong, I've been working on myself and mindfulness. Well, it started when my daughter was born in 2012. A year when apparently we all went to 4D. Whatever. Anyways, the point of this video, before I get distracted and ramble about weird shit, because I like to, I want to touch on love. As I go down my spiritual awakening journey, I'm getting really sick of all of these spiritual guides or intuitive whatever, constantly trying to help you get your ex back. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that reconciliation with some people isn't a good thing. You know, maybe after a growth period, you both change in ways that make you better for each other. I don't know. No judgment, okay? But I've learned some really crazy things over the last few months. And I'm going to confess 3 things. 1, I'm a lover. Who knew? I have a lot of warrior in me, a lot of fight in me. I don't take much shit. But on the same hand, it doesn't mean I retaliate or react. It means I just don't take it. If you're sending something I don't want and I don't like it, you can keep it. Because I'm not taking it. And that brings me to my first discovery, is that I can love unconditionally, but still have boundaries. See, as a child, I willingly loved people unconditionally, regardless of the pain or the hurt they caused me. And now I know it's because that's what I want to do. That's why I was always in nature when I wasn't with my family. That's why I spent hours alone in the woods at a very young age, you know, for decades. Because not only was nature my friend and the wild animals my friends, my cats, my dogs, so were the trees, so was the earth, the water. They were my friends. And it was easy for me to love that because they never hurt me unless it was just doing its own natural thing and I wasn't paying attention. Slippery ass wet rocks. Anyways, I wanted to share, never mind, I'm not gonna get into that. That, yeah, you can love with boundaries. So if someone leaves your life, it could be that you've learned all you can from them. Maybe those lessons are over. Maybe there's a lesson to be learned from being separated. Or maybe it's an opportunity to grow. Or maybe it's just over. Sometimes, you know, things just are over. And this brings me to another point. If you're struggling to get over somebody and you think you really need that person in your life, you think, oh, they're my special person. I want you to ask yourself if that person, as they are right now in this moment, do they fit into a life that you truly want to live? Do you feel like they will add value to your goals and support you? Do you feel like their personality, their desire for growth and learning, like, do you really feel that that's somebody who's gonna encourage you to go after your dreams, who's going to inspire you to be creative and passionate? Or do they make you feel shitty and icky? And if you really think about the feeling like that, even watch your physical reactions, okay? Like if I can feel myself curling up and going back into my shell, and like I'll actually physically start to do it too, I'm around the wrong people. Like it's time to go, okay? Those people have an energy that just makes my body want to just suck everything back into myself and hide. Like, you're not here, I'm not here, go away. So, yeah. And then I have visions of like an Evil Dead movie where like all the little people and then the hot water, never mind. Can't hurt people. I remind myself that. But yeah, why are you chasing a love or what you think is love? Why? I want you to ask yourself that first. And secondly, do you truly, truly know what it feels like to love yourself? The good, the bad, the ugly. And this is one thing, whether you do the internal family systems or whether you do the internal solar system or whatever you want to look at it for. I actually I'm leaning more towards the solar system now because I love the concept of having a universe inside of me. But have you really truly saw yourself? If you can't see yourself, nobody else will. And once you see yourself, can you forgive yourself and love yourself? Because if you don't set that example, if you don't set that standard, nobody else will. So before you want your ex back, before you want that same old back, more of the same, more of the old back. Okay, I'm going to reiterate that. Before you want it back, I want you to really think about how they made you feel. How many times did your guts clench in anxiety when you're around them? How many times did it feel like your heart was being ripped out? Does your throat get tight when they talk to you and they sound like they're talking down or judging you? Do your ears start to ring? Because that's a message. Just check in with your body. Feel it. Feel it. Do they make your hands tingle and your brain tingle in the right ways? And I mean hands like energy, not like, ooh, I want to touch you. Okay. Because everyone out there on your spiritual journey who's chasing love, you are love. Do you get it? We are love, light. The Bible has a lot of stories that have been twisted, but the one thing that you can get out of it if you take like the pieces that are resonating, that are true, and God is love, God is light. Well, creator is light, creator is love. We're all electromagnetic particles of light condensed down with a contract with our environment, right? Like, it's just, I could get into this. I love science. So I could totally get into that, but I'm not going to, because this isn't about thinking right now. It's about feeling. I want you, whoever's watching this, to really feel your body reactions and then connect, if you can. Once you feel the bodily reaction, can you connect it to an emotion? You don't need someone to be whole. You don't need someone to fix you. You don't even need someone to be safe. I'm not lying. This is coming from a woman who went back to an extremely abusive ex 5 years ago because she felt she needed to provide her kids with the best life ever, okay? And I went back under her contract basis, basically, which was like our entire relationship, by the way, right? Like, I'll give you this if you do that, and this is gonna happen if you do that. And when you mess up and you don't do this, then this is what you gotta do. No. No. Do you really want your ex back? Or do you want the potential of what you thought you could have with your ex? Or do you want the concept you built in your head? If you can't love and accept somebody right now, who they are right now, if they don't fit in your life and where you want to go right now, walk away. Don't think about it. Walk away. Because they're not going to love you for you. If they're not going to support your dream, if they're not going to back you up, if they don't get excited when you're excited, if they don't get happy when you're happy, and if they don't inspire you to be creative and make you feel lighter, they're not for you. Whether it's a romantic love or a friendship. Maybe some people come into our lives for purposes of lessons. Some people come into our lives to teach us about ourselves, about others. And sometimes people come into our lives as little tests, like, did you really need to do this one more time? And your spirit guides and higher self and the universe are like, dude, come on. You can do this. Stop. Stop going back. No more backwards. Right? Another question. If you're standing in line and you are almost at the front of the line and you're about to get on this roller coaster, most amazing roller coaster in the world, okay? And it goes through like magical tunnels and you get to see the unicorns and the fairies and you get to travel through the stars on this roller coaster, okay? This is amazing. You're like 2 people away from getting on that roller coaster. But the person you think you love, that you need in your life, is like 20 people behind you. Or maybe 100 people behind you. Are you going to go backwards to them and miss your chance? What if they get scared and take you away from the roller coaster and you don't get to go? That sounds sucky. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm going to love everyone that I'm going to love. But if they don't want to get on the roller coaster with me, I'll send you a postcard. Stop looking for love from other people. Stop hoping your ex comes back. Stop trying to manifest it. Stop trying to attract shit and control your life to the point where the universe has no opportunity to give you things that can be better. Right now, there's so many things I should be worried about, and I'm not worried about any of them. Not even love. And an interesting fact, when you close a chapter of your life, when you shift timelines, or I don't even care what you want to call it, maybe close a book of your life, right? And and a part of you, like that part who was that person in that life, dies, all those attachments die, okay? You can work on it by letting go of attachment first. You can do it by working on self-love. I don't care how you want to tackle it, however, you start that journey. Go with your intuition, start it your way, okay? Don't think you have to follow specific rules. There isn't any. I do recommend that if you can, find a spiritual, enlightened trauma therapist, someone that will support a decolonized version of psychology, a collective spiritual psychology practice is powerful, okay? So do that. Like I said, I'm only like 6 credits away from getting my BA in psychology. I should really finish that. Wait, I didn't say that in this video. I probably said that like the 2 I didn't actually finish making. Doesn't matter. One more thing. So this was the point. When you let go of the chapter, when you let go of your past, when it starts to become like this gray, faded existence of what you experience, but not you anymore, you'll find that you can still love them, but it's like a memory. It's like I loved them once, right? Like there was a time, there was a place, it happened, It's over. Because I did this exercise. I've been trying to be more honest with myself and not be afraid of who I am. And that meant I had to make a confession to somebody I had loved for years. And after I said it, I actually felt really bad because I said it, I let it go, and it was over. I hope to God that this person doesn't suddenly decide they love me now, because I still love them a lot, I guess, like in a way, but I know they're not for me. That's all I know. Because I get these things where like I can feel momentum building. And the last time this happened was when I was living with my grandmother, and I knew I had to get ready to go. So I had started packing the van that day. I didn't even know why. I just loaded all my shit into the van. And sure enough, my ex's mom, after driving around for God knows how long, finally found me and the kids. They weren't supposed to know where we were, with a half-melted bucket of ice cream. Oh, I'm just here. Anyways, so then we had to like take off and run to the shelter, the women's shelter, which, by the way, it is not what, I know some people will say a lot of horrible things about it, but dude, that place not only saved me and my kids, it was a huge part of my healing. Because for women who've been severely abused, especially if it started in your childhood, two things are very common. One, you are shamed in expressing any sort of feminine qualities because your intuition, your love, your emotions, they're all too much for the narcissistic abusers who want to control you. So you have to like shut off a lot of your feminine energy. Huge, okay? I had a huge disconnect from that for decades. And so for me, being around all those women and realizing that, I do like girls. I can be friends with women. It's not that scary. They don't hate me. All the shit people told me was wrong. People actually like me. It was great for me, okay? Anyway, so we ran to the women's shelter, and that was the last time I had that momentum feeling. And I can really feel it again. I kept telling my mom, I'm like, it's coming. Something's going to happen. I'm moving. I'm getting ready to travel. And she's like, okay. I don't know if she believes me yet. Because I said that like 3 weeks ago, because I could feel it. I can feel it again. It's like, something's so good happening. And I told my kids, right, they wanted to go register for school and stuff, and I was ready to do it this week, and I'm like, no, I can't. It's like the same thing with my packing. Like, I haven't really finished unpacking, and I don't really know if I want to, and I'm kind of like gonna start shoving clothes into boxes, I think. Yeah, we're not staying here long. I got a feeling. So, wrapping this up, because I talk way too long, don't go backwards. Stop wanting the old back. Find ways to learn how to love yourself and connect with yourself. I start your own spiritual journey. Let your intuition guide you, okay? And do research. And don't be afraid of discovering how much power and love you have inside of you. I am so ready to share my love with the world now that I'm a mushy-gushy weirdo, but with boundaries. Because loving people doesn't mean I give you everything all the time, or that I drain myself for you. Kindness is not the same as being nice, as an example. I can be kind, which isn't the same as nice, right? Nice is me trying to make you feel good. Kindness is me doing what's good for you, that I can see I can do. It's different. I don't know if you understand that, right? So, no more going backwards. No more looking for love in places that won't serve you. No more wanting the old and the same. Get excited for something new, please. No more. If they make you feel like the old person, if you find your body physically reacting like the past, if you find yourself starting to become who you were in the past, not the right person. You want someone that's going to help you become more. We are limitless. Own it.